Now we're all gonna die. All right. Hello and welcome to class. If there's someone sitting next to you, then please high five them. And if there's nobody sitting next to you and you're home alone like I am here, then please high five yourself. Because today's class is gonna be brutal and you gotta start off with a high five. Even through the warm-up, I was already sweating so much. And of course, I'm here in Mexico, so it's hot, it's humid, there's mosquitoes. So if I can do the practice here, then you can certainly do it at home in the comfort with no bugs, maybe air conditioning, I don't know. You can do it. Today's class is much different than a lot of the other classes on our channel. You guys have requested that we teach more of the strength training classes that are still yoga based, so we'll still be integrating a lot of yoga poses and of course connecting everything with breath. As always, everything can be yoga. But it is going to jump right in, it's going to be strong right away, and we're going to not slow down until the end. All you need today is your mat, your body, and your breath. I do recommend that you at least have your body warmed up and you've already done a wrist warm-up because we're going to jump in and it will be a wrist-heavy class. Warning you now, so prepare yourself, maybe hit pause, maybe at the same time put on some good music from our Spotify channel, and then come back to the video and let's all begin and ready to sweat together. Let's begin on our back in half Shavasana. So we're just going to begin here for 1 minute, so not long. I would like you to settle into the body, settle into your breath, maybe close the eyes. And allow yourself the chance to just drop into this space, drop into this time on the mat that you're devoting to yourself, your body, your heart, your soul. Continue with those slow, deep breaths. Start to engage your Ujjayi. Whatever pace you have going with the breath right now, I would like you to try to keep that throughout the entire class. I know it's going to get challenging, you're going to be breathing hard, but really, if you can, at the very least, keep the lips sealed for the entire class. Just breathe through the nose. Before we begin into the movement in the body, I would like you to carry this inner stillness that you have right now with you throughout all of the movements so we can remain and stay super safe, aware of the body, aware of the joints, understanding our limits and when to take breaks. So let the breath and let that inner stillness guide you through this practice, so that you can get the most out of it without getting injured. Blink open the eyes, bring the hands underneath the glutes, start to straighten the legs straight up towards the sky. Maybe you need to wiggle the hips left and right in order to get the hands more underneath the hips. Now keep the legs straight and then start to lower the legs down towards the ground. And stop at the point where you feel like your mid-back is beginning to lift up off the ground. So we don't want to disengage the core. So keep the core super tight and engaged. Bring the legs back up to the sky and then lower down. You can lift the head if you'd like to, but try to not come into a back bend here. We're more focusing on the core. Keep it up. Let's go for 5 more. Legs are straight. Last 2. Last 1. Legs back up to the sky. Release the feet down to the mat. Come into bridge pose. We're not here for long, just 10 seconds, so make it good. ground the heels into the mat, engage the glutes, lift the hips. Lower the hips down. Start to rock forward and back. We're going to meet in a plank pose. So the hips are about the same height as the shoulders. Tuck the tailbone under. The shoulders are above the wrists. And now keep this almost straight line from the crown of the head down to the heels. And then you're just going to sink your chest down towards the ground as if you're bringing your shoulder blades together on your back. And then push the ground away, lift back up. Lower down, lift it up. Lower and lift. Let's do 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it back up to plank. Now shift forward, come up over the wrists, and bring it back to plank. Shift forward and back, forward and back. 7, 6, 5, 4. Arms are super straight. 3, 2. Last one. Bring it back to plank. Hold here in plank. 30 seconds. So it's really important to press down with the base of the index finger and the base of the thumb so that you're not dumping into the outside cartilage of the wrist. Especially when we move into single hand holds, it's even more important. Eight more seconds here. Lift the hips, downward dog. Pedal out the legs, feel that stretch in the hamstrings. Come back to a still downward dog. And then step the right foot forward, lizard lunge. So once you have your right foot there, you're going to reach back with your right elbow towards the hip and then extend the fingers on the hand so everything is really engaged in that right arm. And then you're going to step the left leg through all the way. Keep that right elbow pulling back and then step the left foot back. Lizard lunge, step right foot back, down dog. Step left foot forward, lizard lunge. Set it up here first, our first time in lizard lunge. Bring that left elbow back. And then look forward, step the right leg through. Really push the ground away with that right arm. Now step the right foot back, down dog. Now we're going to move a whole lot faster. So step right foot forward, lizard lunge, pull right arm back, left leg through. Step it back, down dog. Left foot forward, lizard lunge, left arm back, right leg through, step it back. Down dog. Now that you know the movement, let's do 3 more on your own. Right foot through. You can almost start to float the body. Last one on the left, we meet in downward dog. Shift forward, high plank. Side plank on the left. Stack the feet. Right arm either reaches up to the sky or you can bring it down to the right hip. And we're going to lower the hips down towards the ground. I like to bend my right knee as I do and then lift it back up, hip dips. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lift it back up. Right arm reaches to the sky. Lift the right foot off the left. Look at the top of the mat. Bend the right knee. Step your right foot there to the top of the mat. Nice and slow. Come into warrior 3. Left leg floats back. Palms together, hands at the heart. Immediately lock in the pose. Waste no time getting there. Release, cross the left ankle behind the right. And then keep your left fingertips down on the ground. Start to slide your left foot off to the right, all the way off your mat. And then come onto the knife edge of both feet. So you'll start to feel a stretch in your outer right hip. Great. Bring the left palm back down to the mat. I like to have my middle finger pointing towards the left corner edge of my mat, but if you want to turn the wrist and make it work for you, that's great. So now you're going to reach your your right arm up over the head, and then bring the right knee into the right armpit. We're going to hold here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep it up. 2, 1. Keep the right arm lifted. Right foot comes on top of the left foot for awkward side plank. Hold here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, keep the right hand where it's at. Right leg shoots to the back of the mat. Lift. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Right palm comes down. Side plank on the right. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Make a fist with the left hand. Roll out the wrist. Great job. Come into one arm plank. Reach your left arm up over your head. Now option to stay here or awkward plank. Right leg lifts off. Now option to stay here or tap right knee to right elbow. Let's go for 5, 4, nice and slow. 3, 2, last one. Great job. High plank. Shift forward, high on the toes. Bend the arms, chaturanga. We're going to hold here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Elbows in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it up, plank. Ugh. Nice job. Press it back, down dog. Gently set down the knees. Set down the forearms, the elbows. Shift forward. Make your way through to upward dog. Lift the hips, downward dog. Slow down the breath. Seal the lips again. Shift forward, high plank. Side plank on the right. Hip dips. Start to lower the hips. Maybe you can bend the left knee. Bring it back up. Lower down. Lift it up. Great job. Keep it going. If you're starting to sweat, it's all good. I'm sweating too. Let's sweat together. Last 3, 2, last one. Great job. Left arm up to the sky. Lift the left foot off the right. Bend the left knee to the armpit. Slowly step that left foot forward to warrior 3. Take this opportunity to slow down the breath. Reconnect to that stillness within. Release, cross the right ankle behind the left. And then slide the right foot all the way off the left side of your mat. Come onto the knife edge of both feet. Pause here for a few breaths. Enjoy this stretch before we come into this next strength part. And remember to use your breath to help power you through. Now bring the right palm all the way down to the ground. Again, for me, I like to have my middle finger pointing towards the corner of my mat, but it's up to you. Whatever feels good on your wrist. Reach your left arm up over your head, and the left knee comes to the left armpit. Hold it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just step the left foot on top of the right, awkward side plank. Stay here. Both legs are straight. 8, 7, push the ground away even more. Lift the hips higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the left foot back, left arm forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot to the back of the mat. Side plank on the left. Very nicely done. Right arm reaches up straight to the sky. Make a fist with the right hand. Roll out the wrist. One arm plank. Reach your right arm up over your head. Option to stay here or take awkward plank. Left leg lifts up. Option for knee taps. 5, 4. Even for me, my left side's harder. Keep it up. 3, 2. Just do your best. Last one. Bring it back. High plank. Shift forward high on the toes. Bend the arms. Again, hold here. 10 seconds. You can do it. Knees up or down, but the shoulders do not come lower than the elbows. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it up. High plank. Downward dog. Set down the knees. Set down the elbows. Pull the chest through. Upward dog. Downward dog. And now gently set down the knees and then turn sideways on your mat. Now we're going to do some archer push-ups. So we're going to begin with our right hand first. So for me, I like to have my right fingertips again pointing towards the top left corner of my mat. And with my left hand, I like to just point my middle finger towards the very back of the mat. So it's almost like you just have both hands down. Your head is about 1 foot off the ground. But with your right hand, you're going to angle it just a little bit, maybe 45 degrees. Flo, he actually likes to angle it full 90 degrees. But for me, it's a little bit too much on the wrist. So just play around with the right wrist and see what works for you, even with the distance of the arms as well. Wow, I'm sweating so bad. My mascara's running into my eyes. It might be blind yoga at the end here. So when you're ready, arms are about this wide. Your head's about 1 foot off the mat. And then step the feet all the way back. So it's almost like a wide-armed plank. Now the option to keep the knees lifted or to lower them down. But either way, we're going to only bend the right arm down about 90 degrees and then press it back up. Lower down. Press it up so the left arm stays straight the entire time. Let's go for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Very nice. Both knees down. Lift the chest, almost like a camel pose, but you're not holding onto the feet. You're just going to reach the arms straight out, parallel to the ground. Open the chest. Now tuck the toes under, lift the knees, squat. Bring the knees a little bit wider than usual, reach the arms forward. And then again, bring the knees down, open the arms, big breath. And exhale down, squat, arms forward. Let's do 3 more of those. Moving super slow. Great job, last squat. And then again, set yourself up for archer push-ups on the left. So this time my left middle finger will go towards the back left corner of my mat, and my right fingers will just go straight towards the front of the mat. Up to you to modify. Either way, let's do 5 all together. Do your best. Last push of class. You can do it. Bend the left arm. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, try to keep your right arm straight. 2, last one, push it up, great job, both knees down. And again, open the chest, press the hips forward, bring the arms back, lift the knees, squat. Let's just do 3. Great job. Set down the hips and extend the legs. For a seated forward straddle fold, I like to have my heels on the mat, so usually my butt is off, but again, it's up to you, whatever feels good. So get those legs nice and wide, flex the feet. Spine is nice and long, you're reaching the crown of the head up towards the sky. Big breath in. And exhale, start to walk the fingertips forward and melt down to any degree. Maybe you can feel your heart beating in your chest. What a beautiful thing to witness. We often forget how much work the body is doing. Every minute of every day, 20,000 breaths your body takes every day. Wow. Freaking magnificent. We've only got a couple poses left. So really shift into this relaxation stage and this portion of the practice where you've done all the work, you've pushed everything, you've pulled everything, you've worked really hard. Now it's time to consciously start to slow down the breath, slow down the heart rate. Bring your body back into your parasympathetic nervous system, where your body knows that it's all good, it's all safe. Because if you get done with a workout and you're sweating and your heart's pumping and you're breathing super hard, and then you grab your gym bag and you just walk out to your car and then you start driving away, you can imagine what the nervous system is doing. It's way too active. So it's really important after every workout, even if the thing that you're going to doesn't do a cool down or any sort of stretching at the end like BJJ or CrossFit or really any type of movement class where you're sweating, if they don't have a cool down at the end of class, then you should add your own, because it's super important to shift gears down again, to relax the body, relax the breath, so that you can go on with your day with ease, so you're not carrying that tension within. Walk your hands back towards your hips. With the help of the hands behind the knees, lift the knees back up. Windshield wiper the legs. And I'll move back onto my mat. Bring the hands behind you, the fingertips point towards the hips. Lift the hips up, reverse tabletop. Rock forward and back a few times. Just gently here until you feel the stretch in the front side of the shoulders. And gently set the hips down. Reach the arms forward and lower all the way onto your back. Nice and slow. Once you're there, take happy baby. Hold on to the outsides of both feet. Massage out the spine. Great. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself one big squeeze. Be so proud of yourself for putting in the work today, for clicking play on this video. I know it was tough, but you did it. You made it all the way through, and I'm so proud of you. Release the legs, make your way into Shavasana. And usually in the yoga class, we hold Shavasana between 5 and 10 minutes. But for this class, we're just going to hold it for 2. So I would love to have 2 more minutes of your time just to lay, to melt, to allow the body the opportunity to sort of go through the entire system, take inventory of all the muscle fibers to see what has changed so that your body can already begin the healing process. So it's really important to take Shavasana at the end. It really helps the mind, it helps the body. It helps everything. If you're one of those people that have a really hard time laying in Shavasana and you just want to get up and start moving, then this pose is even more dedicated to you. It's usually the things in your life that you try to run away from or move away from subconsciously are the things that you maybe need to face and work on the most. Put your attention on the breath. Inhale, exhale, and repeat. Take a deep breath in, fill up the lungs. Exhale, open mouth, release. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Wake your body back up into the space. Just move intuitively, whatever feels good. Bend the knees, roll onto one side. And then keep the eyes closed and gently press yourself back up to a comfortable seat. Once you're there, brings the palms together, the hands at the heart. And take a moment to just be so proud of yourself. And remember that we never look back on our practice with judgment. We always look back with gratitude. Because what a blessing it is that we woke up again today and we had an opportunity to move in our body, to think consciously, to connect with our breath. What a gift that is. So give yourself some extra love for making it all the way to the end of the video. I'm so proud of you. It was tough for me too, I promise. Thank you so much for being here today. We'll see you again on the mat tomorrow. Lots of love and gratitude. Namaste.